Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Now, looking at the evidence here, we found out some interesting things in the last episode. We found out that Peter Carey was trying to conceal the murder of John Nelligan's father, and also that Patrick Cairns saw Peter actually throwing the man overboard. And he was also a harpooner, so I'm very curious about what's going to happen here. We probably got a lot of deductions. Let's see what oh, we got a lot. Holy crap. Okay, well, let's look at our clues. You have found and utilized all clues in the case. Please proceed to the deduction space and form your own conclusion. Ooh. Alright. Hurtley. Liam Hurtley's relationship with Judith Carey gives him motive for killing Peter Carey. Hurtley's presence at Woodman's Lee on the night of the murder is explained by his affection toward Judith Carey and the fact that he worked there as a gardener. I don't think Liam is to blame in all this. So let's go ahead and go there. Something. It has been confirmed that Liam Hurtley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and even fell in love, but it didn't go beyond the affectionate but harmless letters and words. Okay. So we've got Nelligan's innocence and Hurtley's innocence. Pouch proves guilt. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. That means he was at the scene of the murder and thus proves his guilt. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder, but does not necessarily prove that he is the murderer. Let's see what happens if we do the pouch proves guilt. Ooh. Okay. Now let's see what happens if we switch that around. No. Ooh. There's multiple connections here. Nelligan's motive? Okay. I'm curious. Does that actually... You know, I think we're going about this all wrong. We're going to go ahead and make... obvious, I believe that Nelligan is innocent. I think Cairns is guilty. I think that's the one that makes the most sense. But I'm seeing this connection here. And I'm very curious. It looked like it leads from Hurtley as well. So let's go... right there, and Hurtley's motive. Okay. We're just gonna stick with our gut here, because I think that's the best way to go about it. That Cairns is guilty. And we're still hitting this weird, that little lag thing. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Cairns. Cairns is a professional harpooner. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin. Patrick Cairns is a cold-blooded murderer. He's been found guilty of the murder of Peter Carey and must be punished. Patrick Cairns killed Peter Carey, but the murder was not premeditated. It was in self-defense against an armed and irrational drunken sailor. I'm curious which is which here. Let's look at the evidence here one more time, just to double check before I call my shot. And we've got Judith Carey's letter. You know, I bet you anything, it probably was in self-defense. Because, I mean, Cairns seemed like a decent guy. Peter seemed anything but. And that he knew about Nelligan's murder. The one thing I remember from Devil's Daughter is that there's multiple endings, and some of them aren't exactly bad, some of them aren't exactly good. But yeah, here's what we're going to do. Cairns is guilty. He did throw the harpoon. He's the one who has the best shot of it. He has motive. But we're also going to absolve... And also, we found the tobacco pouch. But we're going to absolve him, because I'm pretty sure this was done in self-defense. So, yeah, let's see what happens there. Confirm your moral choice? Sure. The next day...
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't ya?
Yes.
Got him.
How?
The tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
Sometime later.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug.
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
Telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventrao. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Uh-huh. Some more time later.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
I feel kind of bad for, was it Pablo? Is it the guy that we just kind of threw under the bus? Conclusion, Carnes is guilty. Absolve Carnes. Hold to check your conclusion. May spoil game experience. Choose another ending. Accept decision. You know what? I'd like to give incentive for other people to play this game if they haven't, so I'm going to go ahead and just accept what I've done. You're about to finish the case. The save file of the case will be removed. Press no if you would like to select another moral choice. Press yes if you agree with the choice you have made and are ready to start a new chapter. Sure. Personality rank, sympathizing. That's not Holmes. And his heart grew 3 sizes that day. Well, actually, there are a few cases where he did do some stuff like that. Peter was not exactly... Oh, aye, Captain. Didn't seem to be the most... let's see... kind person in the world. Oh, I didn't even get the name of the case. Derp.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Ominous.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need help. Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country, although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
All right, a few things. One, that version of Mycroft seems to be like a hybrid of Stephen Fry's version. And I don't know the name of the actor. He was in V for Vendetta, and he was the guy who was basically the Bill O'Reilly character. He was, I think, the first person that V killed. The guy was taking a shower. But he's a really good actor. He's been like in The Thick of It and a bunch of other really good shows. Great actor. Just can't remember his name. Secondly, this Deerstalker cap, and a lot of people who are big fans of Holmes know, never actually wore this in the books or anything like that. So I forgot where this actually... I don't know if it was the Basil Rathbone or a silent film or something like that it became popular. Maybe a book cover. And thirdly, I like the fact that we're going, I guess, to go visit a beekeeper, because I just recently watched a very good movie called Mr. Holmes. And it has Ian McKellen in it playing a very old Sherlock Holmes that has retired and is a beekeeper. And a mother and son basically live on the property with him, and his son, and the son tries to help him solve his final case that he couldn't solve because he was losing his faculties. Really good film, if you guys get a chance to watch it. Not what you expect. Oh.
Look after Mrs. Hudson for us, Toby.
Thank you, Toby. What we got in the telescope today? Oh, well, she's a persistent one, isn't she? I wonder if that's going to have a part to play in, oh yeah, there she is up there. If she has a part to play in any future case.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We shall be late for the train.
You said 7 minutes. We're fine.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
But we actually have some post. What do we got here? Harpooner's Revenge. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murder of Peter Carey was Pablo Coventrao, one of Carey's former harpooners. Yeah, I feel bad for Pablo. However, lawful justice could not be awarded. He was found dead of natural causes, probably from his remorse at committing such a terrible crime. Wait, we had 2 letters, didn't we?
This is where I keep...
Echoes. Souvenirs. The harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. That's actually up there above the wall. Chronicle. Peter Carey was murdered by... Yeah. Yeah, see, there's the harpoon up there. Okie doke. Well, let's go ahead
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. Riddle on the rails. There we are. And that kind of tells you how long travel was back then, and we kind of take it for granted now.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase.
Gotta be prepared for anything.
But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
It's like, I want to go sleep. The next morning, very early. Solve the mystery. Okay, well, we don't have any clues or anything at the moment. And it looks like we're actually reading our casebook now instead of Crime and Punishment.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Yes. Looks good to me. I don't know what that little time warp thing is. Whoa. Okay. Did we go too far out? That's probably why. Solve the mystery of the vanished train. Inspect the rails where the train vanished. Okay. That was like, you're going the wrong way there, Sherlock. Okay. Was it this way? As the cock crows? is a very Hound of the Baskerville kind of thing. Okay, so
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
okay,
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
find a map of the local district. Sounds like a plan. I'm going to have to try and find out if anyone else has dealt with this little pausing problem. Oh, there's the station master.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Oh, profile time. What we got here? Anything of interest? No. Honorary badge. Spots of earth. Married. What else we got here? Oh, we're missing something. I think that says full gray hair. I was correct. So what's our profile? Oh, we already did that. Never mind. Information about train.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
See you later, my good man.
Friendly guy. Okay, inside the waiting hall. So there was a... that's probably the map right there.
This map will be useful.
Nottingham. Oh, we got a little mini map. Okay, we'll probably have to be traveling to all these other locations as well. So that should be fun. And... bulletin board. Wait, he said there was also something at his office, right? Train service, warehouse. Okay. Tools in case something needs
This
repaired.
part is probably from a locomotive.
Then a place to put people's luggage. You saw that smile on Holmes's face because this is like the only thing that makes him happy, is trying to solve mysteries. And what is this? Oh.
Railway post bags.
Ah, okay. A lot going on here at this little station. Train service. Who are you? Oh, okay. There's just multiple folks hanging out. Interesting.
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
Magic. I bet the office is around here. I was correct. Platform tickets. Office table. Ooh, we're going into a scene. Message to all stations. Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station. Sorry if I'm butchering any of this.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Wonder what significance he plays. Line, Nottingham to London. Train number 324, composition locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, and special wagon. Ordered by Mr. Robinson. And a second class car.
Here is the train set.
So that was actually a long train. It wasn't just like the engine, the coal car, and one. It had 3 extras on it. Interesting. So...
A telegraph.
Well, the good news is we have someone to talk to in all of this. So I think probably what we'll have to do is try and track down... Let's see if he knows. A Mr. Robinson.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows, and they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private, and it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington Station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. What kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting. You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station. I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
Neat.
See you later, my good man.
Well, we've got a location to go to, guys, and I think that we will travel that direction at the beginning of the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.